Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday 10 with CadChica Sports. I am your host, Sunny Cadwallader, better known in the social and digital world as CadChica. Tuesday 10 is a conversation. It could be 10 tips, 10 questions, or in the case of tonight, 10 minutes. It's a conversation with leaders and up-and-comers in the world of sports. And tonight my guest will be speaking at the Q1 Sports Fan Engagement Forum in Kansas City, Missouri, March 2nd and 3rd. I am a media partner for the second year in a row, and I am looking forward to hearing from my guest. I will let you know later on how you can get $100 off your registration fee. And before we go any further, let's bring on my guest, Lauren Teague. Hey, Lauren.
Hi, Sunny. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Now, I did have you on the show early summer, I believe, on Tuesday 10, and a lot has actually changed in your life, a major journey, if you will. It took you from one end of the country, one corner of the country, to the other, from the PGA Tour to Convince and Convert Media and working with Jay Baer. Why didn't you tell me a little bit about that?
So yeah, the last time we spoke, I wrapped up my time at the PGA Tour. Would have loved to stay. It was definitely still my dream job, but my husband got a great opportunity in Oregon, which is where I'm from. So having a young family and a great opportunity for him, we just packed up, moved across the country. Literally, he drove, I flew with our 1-year-old, and settled here in Oregon, which is great. So we had our own #Oregon Trail journey, and wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing next. So luckily, through sports and social media, I've been able to stay really well connected, and sent my resume to a handful of people, including Jay Baer, and just said, hey, you know everybody, so do you know anybody in Portland who might give me a job? And I don't know if he ever passed on the resume, but or if he just kept it for himself. But asked me if I was interested in working with Convince and Convert and the consulting arm, and we officially got started together in December. So I'm his 10th employee, and I'm on the consulting group side, which is really awesome. We work with B2B and B2C companies on digital strategy, content marketing, education, just kind of really being an extra resource for people who are sitting in the seat that I was just in. So it's a really nice way for me to stay, do really high level work,
right,
but also be able to take on some of my own projects or have the flexibility to also be a mom. So I love the team at Convince and Convert. I miss the team at PGA Tour Daily, but I think I've got my dream job for my 20s was done.
Oh, yeah.
Now I've got my dream job for my 30s, and Jay says and beyond. So
Nice. It seems like what you did at the PGA Tour helped prepare you to work with Jay Baer and Convince and Convert. What were some of the social media initiatives that you either started or were involved in at the PGA Tour?
So I started at the PGA Tour in 2008. So I was, the first social person ever hired by the PGA Tour. So everything from launching, the very first social channels, Facebook, YouTube, convincing people to let me tweet from the golf course and things like that, and bringing the golf world along, and helping shape that. So everything there. And about 2 or 3 years ago, I also transitioned from just a strictly digital facing role into more of a digital / communications role there. So I was more integrated with bringing social throughout the business, and helping our leaders, helping our tournaments, our players, in more business strategy with social. Right. I think Jay says to the effect of it's not good for business to be good, just be good at social media. It's good to be it's better to be good at business because of social media. And right. I kind of think that's where I kind of evolved to there at the PGA Tour, where instead of producing day-to-day content, because our team was so strong in the content roles, that I could also do more on the strategy side, and that has definitely helped me transition into my new role where I'm actually coaching and helping other people develop business strategy around social media initiatives.
Now, next month we mentioned that about the Q1 Sports Fan Engagement Forum. You're going to be speaking there.
Mm-hmm.
How did you hear about the forum, and what kind of drew you to it? Was it some of the work you did at PGA Tour, or something else?
I heard about the sports forum because of the great response I got last year. This will be the second year of the event, and it's kind of one of those things that early March is the start of golf season. It's really hard for us to get any travel away from the actual going to tournaments at that time. So I'm really excited this year to be going to Kansas City for Q1, and being able to speak is just an honor. I'm really grateful that they asked me to talk, and I'll actually be talking on Google Plus as one of kind of the uncovered social platforms or underutilized social platforms for sports and fan engagement. There are a lot of great sports teams, leagues, and athletes using Google Plus right now, especially on an international level. But I kind of want to showcase how, like 3 tips on how to use Google Plus to engage your fans in different ways. And you can do that using Hangouts. Obviously, we did a lot of that at the PGA Tour, just a whole year of a Hangout series, getting our players more connected with our fans, getting our fans more connected with people in golf, and so kind of talking about that a little bit, talking about communities, and talking a little bit about the future of Google Plus, and what really makes it different from the other social channels, because that's the cool thing about social media. There's so many different channels, so many different ways to provide value to your fans and reach somebody on a specific level. So really excited to be talking about that on Monday morning. And then very excited to be able to sit and relax and enjoy the rest of the conference and learn from everybody else who's speaking and attending for the next day and a half. So looking forward to it.
And I'm glad I'm going. I actually finally get to meet you in person. We talked a couple of times and DM'd each other on Twitter. So I'm glad I get to finally meet you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to meet the people on the hashtag chats, the Twitter chats and things, and the people you've had on your Tuesday 10 shows leading up to the conference, and actually getting to meet these people in real life. And it's probably my favorite thing about social, right? Is like face-to-face is great, video chats are great, Hangouts are great, but when you actually just sit down and break bread with someone, hash it out, and take in a game or something like that, it's full circle, and that's really where the value comes.
I agree. Well, thanks. Our 10 minutes is just about up. Thanks for joining me tonight, Lauren.
Well, happy to, and I can stay a couple more minutes if you have a couple questions.
Well, okay, let me ask you then. Okay. How is your golf game?
Oh, non-existent, unfortunately. I'm actually 6.5 months pregnant, I guess that's right, and expecting a baby in April. So it's just between the move and then the Oregon winter and the fact that now I have to swing around a belly, I just figured it was safer just to practice my putting in the living room. But let me tell you that my 18-month-old is developing a killer golf swing and an affinity for the players that he is seeing on TV, although I refer to them more as like Caleb's dad and Dash's dad than, like Jason or Bubba or things like that. But
that's great.
Golf is still very much a part of our household. It's just I'll have to wait until maybe this spring or summer to find some time to develop.
Well, congratulations. I didn't even know there was a number 2 baby Teague coming.
That's okay.
Okay, well, why don't you let everybody know how they can connect up with you?
I'm still on Twitter at Lauren T, T-E-E, like the golf tee, and also on LinkedIn, Lauren Teague, and digital strategist these days for Convince and Convert, and also my own projects. And yeah, that's probably the best way to get in touch with me, and also here on Google++, Lauren Teague. And Sunny obviously will have linked to that as well. Hit me up, especially if you are going to Q1 or are going to be following along and you have either a suggestion of a best practice or a sports brand that I should mention. and shout out from the stage, or a question that you might have that that would help me give you value from on stage there at Q1. So feel free to hit me up and leave that either in the comments or on my page. Be sure to get back to you.
Excellent, and I know I'll be front and center asking you questions in the Google Plus one, because I love Google Plus, so I will be front and center.
Good.
No tomatoes in hand, so it'll just be questions.
Thanks, Sunny.
Well, thanks to Lauren, and you can connect up with me. My website is CadChicaSports.com. If you head on over there, you'll see a Q1 banner indicating how you can register for the Q1 forum. Use the code CadChica to receive $100 off your registration fee. Connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at CadChica. Also here on Google Plus Sunny Cadwallader, LinkedIn as well, CadChica Sports, and Facebook and Snapchat, and I just joined Cyberdust, and I don't know why, but because I just did. Anyways, thanks for everyone for joining me. Join us next week when I will be joined by Chandrima Chatterjee. She is Communications Manager at Street Soccer USA. Street Soccer USA is an organization using sport for social change. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye everyone.